What up? Good evening, all my ladies and gentlemen. You know what this is. This is the Ish We Talk. I am Lily. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the assassination of Mr. Charles Kirk. We're also going to be talking about that Young Thug interview. We're also going to be talking about the accuser of Tyler Perry. You know, that's a whole thing in a nutshell because, man, that man is a billionaire that is thirsty for some white zest. And then we're going to talk about that baby mother from Chicago. That was a tragedy that happened, but I want y'all all to be here and rock with us while we're talking about this, man, and intertwine when you can intertwine. And as always, take care of yourself and others. Let's get it.
You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the Ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop. Lindsay, what the fuck is going on? My dog.
Like, what will be a breaking point for you where you just like, you know what? I'm out.
Right. Yeah, so I was about to say this is where we asked the audience.
Yeah.
So
you already
said cheating, right?
Yeah. Cheating.
Okay.
So
Anybody
you're not giving a pass or nothing like that.
There ain't no way.
That's no way.
You don't want to do it twice. There ain't no way. You was affecting yourself.
So it's like if it's just cheating for her, like so if it's cheating for you the same way too? Yeah. So like if you cheat, do you feel like I need to leave this relationship?
If I would ever cheat, I would leave you first. I would leave you first.
You such a gentleman.
I do what I do.
You such a gentleman. That shit don't happen in real life, but you such a gentleman. Anything else?
In the moment.
In the moment.
That's different. I wouldn't be in the moment.
So you wouldn't put yourself in the moment. I got you.
Yeah. Like make it make sense. Like, cause what's the moment?
When I decide it's the moment, it's the moment.
Oh, okay.
If I never say to myself like, I should probably get out of here.
So like, do the whole time you just like, oh no, this cool. This ain't. We just chilling. She just want to rub my back. That's cool. Ain't nobody tripping. It's like, okay. Okay. Ooh, all right. You ain't got to kiss my neck. That's okay. Cool. This is not the moment yet.
Not yet.
It's not the moment yet.
I didn't do it.
So it's like, now my pants is down. This is.
If she pulls him down.
Oh, this ain't the moment. This ain't the moment. This ain't the moment.
She did it.
This ain't the moment. So when is the moment? When you're done, you're like, yeah, this is the moment.
This sad, bro. I'm like, I was supposed to go to the store. I was gone for 2 hours.
I had to go get my bro,
that's
right?
The moment, yep.
That's the moment.
That's the moment.
Okay, so that's your.
What you
So this is cheating for you. Like if she cheats, oh hell no. But like I just had to wait on the moment. Like no, that's ain't the moment. That wasn't the moment. No, she sucked my. I didn't ask for it.
I don't say the words.
It's like no, I didn't know. You know when I feel something wrong, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. When she was like, I was like, maybe it's time for me.
Ain't no restaurateur gonna run up on Keith Lee. Let's just end that shit right there. Y'all talk a lot of shit, but y'all not about to run up on. Ain't nobody about to run up on him, slap no food out his face, and tell him, bitch, what? Like that's just not gonna happen in no way, shape, possible.
So Saucy Santana got in on it. He pretty much was like, tag me in. And he snapped on DJ Academics and told him to pull up. He was like, go to my page. We got all kinds of bookings. We outside. Come pull up at one of the bookings, you know, and I'll beat your motherfucking ass.
Saucy Santana just doesn't look like the homosexual man that you gonna hit, and he look like that dude off of Low Down Dirty Shame. He ain't about to grab his face and be like, "Oh, Bernard,
him, you slut."
Bernard.
He about to beat the dog shit out of you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm laughing because it's gonna be so funny because you're gonna see a dude massively beating the shit out of a man with an open fist, and you're gonna hear bitch. Let's get it. You know what this is. Again, this is the Itch That We Talk. I am Lily. You know who I am. No introductions needed. I always want to give a super shout out to my co-host, man. 6 for the Duke, Gooder, Blind Bombshell, lawyer in the making. Let's give a round of applause for the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles. Without her, it would not be no me. That is the 100% truth. So give a round of applause for my cousin, my friend, and my dog, Lindsay.
Hello, how's it going, everyone?
Oh yeah, and we got a special guest, man. Listen, she don't need no introduction, but I will give her one. The one that puts me on my shit. Listen, if this lady don't put me in my place, I don't know what else other lady can do it. We have a super special guest. I always love when she comes in the building. Let's give a round of applause for Bree.
Hey, Bree. You're on mute.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Hey.
Right.
But again, this is the Issue We Talk. We got the pleasantries out the way, but you know I want to give a big shout out to Twitch, and I want to give a big shout out to TikTok. We are on TikTok Live right now. So if you are watching us on TikTok Live, go ahead and hit that button. Boom, 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 boom. Get us hearts, get us smiley faces, get us whatever. The more and more hearts and smiley faces we get, the more views we get, and the quicker you can make us internet web rich.
Yep. You know, I'm trying to quit my day job.
Hey, we all trying to quit our day job.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been a week. Bree, how you been since the last time we seen you?
Just moving and grooving like I'm doing right now. My phone's gonna sound like Young Thug, but when
Right.
my phone call, it's gonna be
that?
very. It's giving much very. I'm on the phone and ain't supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I'm
Right,
not. I'm
right.
moving out, so
Sound
Right.
good.
I'm moving around. I've been all right, blessed. I can't complain. How y'all been?
Been well. How about you, Lily? How you been?
Man, I can't complain. You know, I'm gonna be on my Snoop Dogg. So listen, I want to give all shout outs to me. I have passed my insurance exam. So
Yeah.
I'm going to eventually be able to pursue a career of helping people get insurance for their families and create generational wealth, because that's what I'm in it for.
Yes, absolutely. And congrats.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Appreciate that for sure.
Great.
That was on easy
What
feet.
You said what, B?
I didn't. You graduated from somewhere?
Yeah, I passed my insurance exam, Missouri insurance exam. I passed that this week.
Oh, okay. So great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate
JD, thanks for the gift. So yeah, yeah.
What's been going on with you, Lindsay? Because I'm listen. You know, you've been in school. You've been putting it down.
Man, like it's been rough. But I mean, like I was saying before, the grades don't reflect how I feel. The grades look good so far. Right. But whew, child, like just again, keep me in your prayers. Just that's all I ask, is just keep me in your prayers, because I'm at the beginning of a long road. So yeah. But I'm happy. I'm excited. You know, finally figure out what I want to do when I grow up.
That's
Took me
what's
a
up.
minute. Right. Took me a minute, but I'm here. So yeah.
Yeah, do it. Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So hey, listen,
Mhm.
keep it popping.
Right. Right. Yeah. So Bree, how does it feel to have two high school graduates now?
For me,
Yes.
um, it's awesome. It feels great. It's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. It's a blessing. Like that really just is a blessing from God because they could have both went a whole different route,
Yeah.
which would have been on them, but they didn't. So I'm very blessed and thankful. And the boy really was excited and pumped on graduating. The girl was too, but that year, class of 2025 had the most graduates ever. It was like a record breaking year that year for high school graduates, and it was the most kids born that year too. They said.
Oh,
So
that's what's
shout
up.
out
That's
to
what's
all
up
my
for real.
parents that got graduates, had graduates, got them coming. I don't care if they graduate in '80s. Congratulations.
Right. Right.
You come across
Yeah.
that stage ain't no joke. Now that new, oh, I did my work, but my teacher ain't put the grades in. That's a cold piece of work right there and should be abolished.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you
Right.
ever want to get insurance for them to make sure that generationally they can make sure that not only they're secure. I mean, go ahead and give me a call. That was a shameless plug, but I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out there.
Yeah.
I
You
can
got
get you a good premium.
right. Everybody need to be insured. Yeah. That's the goal. That's the goal. Everybody get insured.
Yeah,
Y'all hear the man? Give him a ring-a-ling, ding-a-ling.
like, hey man, hey, check this out. Cause I tell people the last person I talk to, I keep it 100, and I tell people, and this is just the honest to God truth. Do you want your kids to be selling fish dinners to bury you?
Dude.
And I'm not telling
Or
you to
putting
get
up
a bunch.
GoFundMe.
Most people will try to tell you because you hear these people trying to finagle insurance like that's a way to get, what I'm saying, some extra back end money. I ain't saying that, but nowadays it costs probably like maybe 15 grand for an average burial, and some people don't even have that. So if I can get you a little extra, where not only you can get buried, but you can put a little trustee fund in for your children. Hey, go ahead and give me a call. I promise. I'm only doing it for the benefit of Black folks because a lot of people been that's how they created generational wealth. So let me help you one step at a time. But besides that, we got a whole lot of topics we need to be talking about. What do y'all want to talk about first? I know Bree, you got some things going on. So what you
I'm gonna
all
just fill in when y'all, whatever y'all on, I'm on. I'm not.
Yeah. Well, we got some people that's looking on what is this? TikTok. Yeah. JD says that's the good stuff. Yeah. So absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah. So yeah, let's go on ahead and oh, Tohi's watching as well. She's watching on YouTube. She says, "What's up, Ish Talkers? At work, finna be off work and gotta go home to clean. I feel you, Lindsay. My funny has been funny, but bills are still getting paid. Thank God." Yeah. And then she says, "Oh snap! Forgot to shout out Lily. What's up?"
sound
And
good, Toy?
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Shoot, it's rough, but we gonna get through it. We gonna get through it. We ain't got no choice. But yeah. So yeah, and then we also got Kim watching on TikTok. Hey Kim. So yeah, and then Miss Janie, remember Miss Janie, Lily? She's
Oh
watching.
yeah.
Yeah, she's watching on Facebook. She says, "Hey sister, hey Miss Janie, long time no talk. We have to catch up for
I was
sure."
about to say you got to jump in, Miss Jenny. Hey, listen, you definitely got a invite. You feel
Yeah,
me? Me and you had a great conversation.
yeah,
Shout out
yeah,
to Shay
absolutely.
on TikTok. She said she'll be calling. Hey, yeah, get in contact with me. I promise you, I'm going to try my best. I'm never going to solicit anybody. I'm not doing this for commission or anything. I actually started this after my daughter passed. Um, and it was some things that I found out that I could have done. Um, just to not only better my family, but create generational wealth for my son. And now I'm trying to do it, and that's why I went on and took the step to actually learn it, so I can help everybody else learn it.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people like you know how they say, the game is supposed to be sold, not told. I'm gonna give you the game for free so you can sell it to somebody else, and that's just real talk.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's what's up. All right. So yeah, let's go on ahead. Um, oh, Miss Janie says, I know I will. So yeah, so let's go on ahead and get into these topics. Let's see, what should we talk about first? We have a lot of things to talk about. Let's go on ahead and talk about Young Thug. So yeah, Young Thug he had a pretty eventful week these last couple weeks. He definitely did it in a podcast with somebody who is local from Atlanta. And a lot of people said that was probably like the best thing he could have done, was spoke to somebody from Atlanta that, knows how things work, because apparently it's different in Atlanta than the rest of the world.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, it is. Like,
Yeah.
just to be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, it is. It is. But yeah, so they had a conversation. It was a 3-hour long conversation. But a lot of clips in regards to what's going on recently went viral. Before the interview dropped, these leaked calls from prison dropped. So apparently, I don't know if y'all remember, but back when he was still in jail, there was a video call between him and Mariah the Scientist that went viral. And back then is when the request for all of these calls came in. Excuse me. But they didn't drop till now. So back then, once that particular video call had went viral and whatnot, Young Thug's lawyers requested for the call request to be blocked, which they ended up approving. So, but it was before, or it was, it was after that call got leaked and after the other request came in. So whoever requested them has been holding on to them until now. So yeah, like it seemed like every day last week, a video or a leaked audio from his calls was going viral. And I don't know what the strategy was behind all that, but here we are. So there's calls where he's talking about Kendrick Lamar, where he's talking about Drake, Metro Boomin, Future, and Glorilla, to name a few. There's calls where he's having conversations with 21 Savage and then other people and whatnot. So yeah, the one that stood out the most to me was the call about Future, because the public has been saying it, but not really. But just to hear somebody that's actually friends with him actually say it, it's like, dang, but are y'all saying it to him? And according to Young Thug, he says that everything that he said on that call, he's actually said to the people that he's talking about. But yeah, the call with or the call in regards to Future is basically saying that, he is plugged in with the ladies and not with his kids. And he chose to, have unprotected sex and make all these kids with all these women. And that's just what he's doing. And he's like, that ain't cool. You supposed to be plugged in with your kids, you know. Um, there was not one lie told, you
Right.
know, 'cause, you know, as far as what we have been seeing, which again we don't know the ins and outs, but as far as what we have been seeing, um, Future don't really fool with them kids like that. And he got like what 10, 11 kids?
He's got a couple.
Yeah. So yeah. What are your thoughts about the initial phone calls that have been leaked?
Well, for me, the first time I heard those calls, just because I know what it's like to actually have somebody that is locked up that doesn't know their fate. Um, I, honest to God, truth, when Thug said like I don't pillow talk, but like being in there not knowing what's gonna happen to me, and I'm actually reaching out to people that I know. Like, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of things off your chest. I'm gonna just keep it 100.
Yep.
I've had a lot of people that have called me like not knowing what their sentence is gonna be, so they're spilling their beans because they don't know if they're ever going to talk to these people again. So they want to get a lot of things off their chest, just as men. And so I didn't have a problem with it. I think everything that Thug was saying, for me, I think 100% he was saying that to their face, because like we got to understand, like outside of our little caveat of where we at, Atlanta is not only a big, just Georgia in itself is a big hub spot for a lot of entertainers, and they're around each other so much, they do have those real conversations with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what I'm saying. I do believe that like everything he was saying in those phone conversations, he have said, you know what I'm saying, to their face. We got to understand that. Thug's not he's never, and I don't know him per se, but he's never been one of those people that says something and then tries to double back on what he said.
Yeah.
Like he's always stood on everything he said before, even when it was negative. I got to stand on it because that's what I felt at that time. Now he'll tell you I don't think that way no more, but at the time that's how I felt, and I'm not mad at that.
Right. You know, when folks are in there, they just happy to just be on the phone talking to somebody.
Yeah.
And you can't really go into the ins and outs of what you're actually going through, like in regards to like a pending case or whatnot over the phone, because it's a pending case. You know that the call is recorded, and you know that your conversations with your lawyer is confidential. So if you put it on the line, now everybody knows what y'all talking about. So, and then you don't want to get into it, like he said. You know, he can't really discuss stuff like that with like his family and whatnot, because the family are civilians. They don't know what they can and can't say over the phone. And now you can't talk to them no more because they didn't say some stuff over the phone that they shouldn't have. So I get it. You know, I get it. And then on top of it, you never would think that, even though the calls are recorded, you never would think that like little silly stuff that you're saying over the phone to this magnitude will be out for the world to see. You know, even though, yes, you can request for calls and they will give them to you. That is something that you can do.
It is, but nobody's thinking about that at the time. They just want to have a conversation with their friends,
right?
You know.
Yeah,
you got to understand that they're not around, and no. Even if I get cool with everybody in this cell block, these are not. You know what I'm saying? These are not the people that I got money with. These are not the people that when I didn't have no money, I, you know what I'm saying, we struggled together. Like, so when you talk to these people, yeah, things are gonna come out, and that's just is what it is.
Yeah.
No, the only contradictory thing that I would say that Young Thug said was, I'm not used to pillow talking.
Yeah,
that's the only thing, because I'm like, yes, you are. And it's not even, and that's no downplay to you. But it's too easy for you to do it.
Yeah.
And And I get you being locked up and you wanna express your self, but it was just way too easy for you to do it every time. Because I know people that they when I would accept calls from them, and all they wanted to do is hear about me. They didn't want to discuss anything at all about what was going on with them. They just wanted to hear about me.
Right. You know, but then like when you talking to somebody every couple of days or whatever, you kind of run out of things to say. So why not talk about other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with me? Like my stuff is depressing. You ain't got nothing new going on. We just from 2 days ago and today. So shoot, we gonna talk about some other stuff.
That's what I was about to say. And it is what it is, because it gets to a point. Case in point, my cousin, he got a pardon, but he was facing 7 years. I talked to that man every day until he came home.
Yeah. Right.
So it got to, we had conversation. We were talking about me, his kids, my plans, his plans, what he was, you know what I'm saying, what he was doing with his wife. You know what I'm saying? You get accustomed to quote unquote pillow talking.
Yeah, you do. And we have Twin that's watching now. Hey Twin. She is liking what she's seeing on the show and sending gifts. Appreciate you as always.
Appreciate the gifts.
Yes. So yeah, Bree, do you have any thoughts about this? When she comes off of mute? I guess not. So, so, you know, she's multitasking right now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so another thing that stood out was the call about Glorilla. So, Young Thug does not find her attractive, or at least he didn't find her attractive. And he was on the phone with Mariah, letting her know how much he did not find her attractive. And Mariah didn't really say too much, you know, defending her or going against her or anything of the sort. She just kind of, you know, laughed it off, you know, and then also was like, you know, they say she looked like Rihanna. Now, I never thought she looked like Rihanna. I never even heard people say that she looked like Rihanna.
Nah, hell
yeah.
no.
Huh?
Hell no.
Yeah, I never thought that. I think Glorilla is beautiful.
I'm not downplaying how she looks. I'm just saying comparing her to Rihanna, that's a no-go.
Yeah. I wouldn't compare them to. They're both beautiful women. But I just don't think they look alike. But when Mariah the Scientist said that, Thug replied back, Rihanna, more like Brianna. And so, you know, when that call leaked, you know, he did actually apologize to Glorilla for that call. And, you know, it looked like Rihanna. It looked like Glorilla wasn't taking it too serious. I think she like tweeted out something like calling herself Brianna or something like that. But there is a song that has leaked. Now, some people think it is AI. I don't think it's AI, but you know, they're doing some amazing things with AI. So, if it is AI, kudos to whoever you know, configured it. If it's not, I think it's dope. She got a diss record out and it's called Brianna. And it's in the format of that song that came out back in the day, that Looking At song. So, and she's throwing so many shots at Thug, and she threw shots at Mariah the Scientist, and she got them. You know, she got them both. Now, do you think it is AI?
I don't think it's AI, but it could be. But what I will say is, Glorilla, like, take a step back and realize who he was talking to on the phone. He's literally talking to his woman.
Yeah.
You are never gonna. He would be a fool to like big up how much he thought you were attractive. Like, Do you think he was going to be able to accept another call? Or she was going to accept another call if he was like, oh, no, Gorilla fine as fuck. I'm talking about if I was out, I'd be trying to, like, no, you got it.
I don't think
Any man in a right mind, free or not free, is not going to agree to how a woman looks to his woman.
I don't think he should have went that far, but to call her ugly was a stretch. Like if I'm on the phone with my dude and he started roasting a girl's looks and I don't necessarily agree, I'm gonna be like, what are you talking about? That girl is cute.
So you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Ladies, listen. Any lady that's listening now, if he goes and you know that lady's attractive, he's only doing that because he's trying to appease you.
I don't need to be appeased in that way because I clearly know.
We don't know. We don't know no better.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't know no better. We just like,
we don't know
all that.
Mariah, you know? We don't know if Mariah needs that or not. And I mean, she could very well need that. She could very well need her man to be like, I think every other woman in the world is ugly. I don't need that because you're blowing smoke up my ass because every other woman is not ugly.
But some women need that validation.
Yeah. But I look at it like you're lying because clearly other women in the world is not ugly. Like
Hey, but you'd be surprised. Yeah. You know, and I always take lefts. We take lefts all the time. I know a couple. Well, they're a broke up couple now, but this couple, they're a poly couple, and the woman would allow him to get a woman only if she was less attractive than her. So the whole thing in a nutshell with that is, it is, in my opinion, it was quite hard to find somebody unattractive than her. She's a very unattractive person. So to find somebody that was more unattractive than her, he was just setting himself up for failure.
Yeah.
Some women need the ego struck that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Miss Janie says, do not blow smoke. I agree. Like, just please don't. Please don't. Because now I'm looking at you crazy because why are you lying? But to your point, some people need that validation. I personally don't, but some people do. You know. And we don't know Mariah like that. So we don't know
what freezing up, cuz.
Oh. What about now?
Say something.
Say something.
Yeah, you still freezing.
Am I? Okay. I'm gonna exit and come back. No, you straight. I'm gonna exit and come back.
Okay. But I'm just with that situation with the scientist and him. I think him as a man, he was just trying to appease her. We don't know how to appease y'all. Just quite simple. I don't care who we are, rich man, poor man, whatever it is. We're gonna try our best to make sure that our women feel good. And we don't know what previous conversations they had when he was out and how it makes her feel if he said to him. See, that's the whole narrative that people are forgetting. He might have said that in real time with her and got into a whole argument. So now he knows I'm just gonna call everybody ugly because I don't even want to deal with this. Bree, how do you feel about it if you are available to speak? Okay, so Bree's not available to speak, but I will definitely just keep talking about that because I don't think a lot of women know men that really are down with you, that really rock with you in the good way and in the worst way. They're going to just try to make you feel good. So if I got to downplay somebody to make you feel good, that's what I'm going to do. Listen, if Jasmine told me I don't like when you call a woman attractive, I'm never going to call a woman attractive. It just is what it is because I don't want to be in an argument all night, or a couple of days later, because you ladies, y'all know how it is. A couple of days later, everything will be all good, and then y'all bring up, oh yeah, well you thought Stacy was cute, and no, I just said it out loud and talking. Now all of a sudden, every time you do I appease you like Stacy? Don't no man want to hear that. So we just ain't gonna go through it.
Yeah. I mean, I hear what you're saying. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I think it just depends on the woman.
It does depend on the woman, because some women, that's not all women, because but even confident women have those moments where they don't feel confident at all.
Mm-hmm.
So in those moments, a man that really loves you, they just gonna try to be positive.
Yeah. You know.
It'll take an asshole for you know what I'm saying, to just be like, oh no, that bitch fine as fuck. When you already said I be feeling insecure when you say these type of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm, it's one of those, it's a growing pain, because she's not saying that you can't say she's that woman's attractive, but it is just key words that you can't say at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, say, yeah, this woman's attractive, but like, because men are stupid. If you don't tell us, we'll go on a whole rant like, oh, this bitch fine as fucking wah 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 wah, and now we seem like the bad guy.
Yeah.
You just have to learn how to word certain things sometimes.
Yeah, right. Ain't nobody saying that you need to drool over the next woman, but in the same breath, I'm not gonna buy the girl being ugly when I clearly see she's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We just gotta work on it. We as men, we have to work on it. Like 100%. Tell you the honest to God truth. When me and Jasmine first got together, we used to, we still do this. We know because we people watch. So we talk about how, if somebody's attractive, if somebody looks ugly, like, or if we see something funny looking, we'll both laugh. Like, but it's one of those things. The first time I realized, like, oh, there's certain things that I can't say. It was a woman that walked past us. We went to go see Black Wall Street. This was we went to Tulsa, and it was a woman that walked past. I'm talking about, dude, thicker than frozen peanut butter. Fine as, and the only thing that popped in my head was, God damn. And like Jasmine looked at me like, excuse me, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud. I should have kept that shit to myself.
A little bit. That's doing too much.
Yeah. But we don't know. We don't know.
Right.
At that point, I didn't know. We was people watching together.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she peeped what I peeped. No. She didn't peep she didn't peep that this lady had like nigga, you could put a 6-course meal on his ass.
Right. Wow.
She punched me in the arm and everything. And I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that out loud. But listen, I'll take that to the grave. Hey man, that lady was, man, listen.
Right. So Bree, do you have any thoughts on this?
Can you hear me? Because it don't
I can hear you
like
now. I can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
Background loud?
You said what?
Is my background loud?
Nah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Because it's real loud in here, so I may sound like I'm yelling, but I'm trying not to.
Okay.
Okay, thoughts on what? Because my phone died out a couple of times.
Young Thug and Elite Calls.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna keep it at 100 with you. I'm glad that I'm discussing this because as the person that I used to make a lot of 3-way calls for inmates, this isn't new to me. This is what they do. Why do you think everybody in jail? I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you want to know what's going on in your city, in your neighborhood, or anything like that, you talk to somebody that's incarcerated because they know. All them men in there doing is talking, telling what's going on out in the street, conversing about it. people they ain't even talking to can tell you what's going on in the street because they overhearing it. Like it's not I'm not shocked about nothing he said. None of it. Not none.
Yeah.
Period. Like, I mean, there was private conversations he probably didn't think was gonna get leaked out. But at the same time, like I said, if you want to know the business, talk to somebody incarcerated because they know what's going on inside and outside. They know more than you do.
Yeah.
That's
Everybody's
true.
over there. You know what I mean? It's from every neighborhood. It's from every state, from everywhere. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
100%
shocked.
true.
I'm not shocked about any of it. I thought the cause was funny because he could have went harder than that. I think it was mouth off, to be honest.
Yeah. I think the hardest he went was Glorilla.
And he did that since you brought that up. She wasn't talking about Glorilla. He did. So apparently, and this is the number one rule. I don't know. All my young ladies out there. If a man bring up a girl out the blue and say she ugly, he don't think she is. He like her.
Now
Yeah,
I can
look,
get with that.
that's cardinal rule. We all know that.
I
Yeah, I can
mean,
get with
but a
that.
lot of people that I seen on the internet was like, why would he? Lord, why would he bring her up? You know, a lot of younger people on TikTok didn't quite understand that, and that's rule of thumb, as my aunt would say. If a man bring up a woman out the blue, he like her, he attracted to her, it's something. He ain't
Yeah.
just about to say she ugly for no reason. They wasn't talking about her. They wasn't even talking about monkeys or gorillas. They just was he just randomly popped her up. That's because he liked her. Like she said, he was the man in her DMs asking what color her eyes is.
Right, right. And then on top of that, I mean, it goes back to like when we were little kids, the boy that chased us around the the yard, you know what I'm saying? Or
So don't
like
act like
pinched
you
us.
don't do that because you act like you don't know what school is. You ain't that
I'm,
old, cuz.
I'm you know, my mind sometimes I forget the words, but yeah, the school playground. That's the word that I
Yeah,
want.
because you
Yeah.
like walking you know,
The
with the
yard.
little
Yeah,
boys
yeah.
and the little girls.
Right,
Sound
right.
like
The one
grandma.
that
Stop.
right, right. But the one that chased us around the school playground, you know, the one that will pinch us in line, the one that always, you know, talk stuff about you, that's the main one that got a crush on you.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we
That,
love your dirty draws. We
right,
love your
right.
dirty. When I was a kid, listen, for every woman that went to school with me from elementary and middle school, this I'm gonna be quite honest with you. If I punched you in the ass like a straight boom ass punch, I like the shit out of you. I was just gonna act like I didn't know because I
Yeah.
didn't know how to talk to you.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I didn't learn how to talk to women until I was like in the 8th grade.
Hmm. But yeah, yeah, that's how it is, just pretty much for the most part, you know. Um, yeah, so I 100% believe that he was in her DMs.
For
And
sure. She wouldn't have said that. She would have
yeah,
just been like, all right, Miss Netta or whatever, and called it a day.
right, right. You know, but it's just it's funny to me how Thug really called somebody ugly.
I mean, it's always them. And then when people get money and they put on clothes and they feel like they can get their hair cut the way they want and hair done or whatever it is you do, they don't feel like they look ugly. They don't see what we see. You know what I mean? They
That's
don't
With
a
see that.
Bree, that's 100% true.
yeah,
That is 100% true, male and female wise. Like they forget that like you got a cleft lip. Like what the fuck are we talking about? Like them getting those eyebrow arched don't mean that you didn't change how you actually look.
Huh? No. No, it's not time to go. You got 2 hours. Yeah.
Right? It just
but yeah,
boy, listen, it's been plenty. It's been plenty of times I didn't have to just be like, you know what? It's not even worth even us
no,
going back and
it's not.
forth. Like,
It's not.
let's
I'm gonna
just
let you have that. I'm gonna let you have
you.
it. Yeah,
How old are you, baby girl? I'm
right.
27. You've been partially cute to you for maybe an hour or two.
But for 27 years, you've been looking the way you've always looked. So let's
Right.
not.
Right. Exactly. But people's self-esteem be on 1,000, and I'm not gonna hate. Do your thing. That's where it should be, and I'm moving on because yeah, yeah.
Dudes
So,
are the
yeah.
same. A dude can have eczema and acne at the same time, and then get a haircut and be trying to pose like.
And nobody's saying that people that ain't easy on the eyes to walk around and be like, I'm ugly. No one's definitely not saying that. But
Yeah.
like, he don't see, he know what he used to look like. Like, we only seen pictures of him in the streets before he got his deal, and he didn't look too hot. So he sees a different version of him, which is great, which is fine. He does look better, but still,
Yeah, he looks great
tread
for
a
him.
lighter than what it is you got going on. But I don't think a lot of people that's in the rap community is mad at him because they know that's what niggas do in jail, man. Like
Well,
they're gonna talk like that. Like that's just rule of thumb.
well, speaking of people in the rap community being mad at him, he pretty much said in that podcast interview he's kind of on the island right now. Like people are not really feeling him. Like he really ain't got too many friends, if any, at this point. And he did put out a song called "I Miss My Dogs," and he's talking about how folks ain't even picking up the phone for him no more. So,
I mean, we live in a different culture. I think
mhm.
everybody is trying to, you can get turned against quick. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And I low key feel bad for the because you can really tell that he's going through it, and you when you think that all I got to do is just get through this case, and then I'm back to better times. It sounds like it's worse now, to be honest. Because where do you go from here?
It truly is like a bad thing
I
because
think it just continue to do his clothing line. Sorry, Lily.
no,
Because
you good, Bree.
them Kardashian kids, that's all they wear.
What's the name of his clothing line?
Spider.
Oh, that's him. Okay. Yeah, I've seen
You
that.
said his clothing line is what?
Spider.
Spider. Okay, that's his line. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually what he got on the picture I put on the thumbnail. That's what he got on the spider.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was him. Okay. Oh yeah.
Need to just continue to do that because he got an eye for fashion to a certain extent. So
He do.
yeah.
He most definitely do. He's always had an eye for fashion, and he's always taking risks. And some people will laugh him out the room for it, but some people respect it.
Yeah, like it's so funny you said that because Young Thug's rise to fame was he was really extreme when it came to fashion, but really hardcore when it came to music.
Yeah.
Like
Watch out.
that was for him that was a hit and a hit.
Yeah.
Some people it was a hit and a miss. For him, it was a hit and a hit. Like not only was he coming out with music that everybody respected because they knew where he came from, but then he changed the fact. Like to be quite honest, not even being that kind. Like he made it cool for dudes to dress unhood like.
Yeah.
But still be in the middle of the hood.
Right.
Like he did that. Like
took a lot of risks.
I really do respect Thug. Like
yeah,
for being that person that did step outside the box and allow other people to jump on that trend, and he literally take under his wing and take care of.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people don't even mention that. Like Thug was. All of the most of these rappers, they'll step out and they'll do some extra stuff, but they wouldn't be in the hood with it. Thug was actually being in the hood with it, and then actually being like, "Boom, I'm gonna bring you a part of my team, and I'm gonna take care of you."
Yeah,
like I don't think a lot of people give me his respect for that, and so I feel
that I understand how he feels to be on an island by himself, because all these people should be respecting him, and a lot of these people that he helped and he thought was his friends, you see now they not his friends. One, because they don't know what it is to have your life on the line. I don't think I think that's what a lot of those rappers are missing, because they talk that shit, but then they were quick to move the fuck away from whatever was there. Like Thug is as what Thug was, he was still in the mix of the shit. And he allowed them to the soak off him and then be total opposites. And they think everything that he's doing is not what, like Bree said, is not what niggas was doing in jail. All niggas do that shit in jail. All niggas talk. Like I said before, that's what you end up getting comfortable. That was the only controversial thing, because you end up getting comfortable talking when you get locked up, because that's all you have with the outside world.
Yeah.
You don't got nothing else. He can't go down there and prove a point. He can't just be like, hey, man, they about to bail me out. I'm about to go over there and beat this nigga ass. No, all he got is talking.
Yeah.
And so that's all he gonna do.
Yeah.
And like Bree said, they get information way before we get information. Case in point, when my house got kicked in, my brother tell you it was a nigga from DC that told him, hey boy, your little brother house got kicked in.
Wow.
Like he the one, he did that. He got the information, and then my brother called my mom.
Yeah. Right. But that's how it be.
One of those things. The prisons get that shit way quicker than we do.
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I don't know where he can go at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like career wise, like I do like the whole "I Miss My Dogs" song that he did. You know, that kind of reminds us of Lil Wayne's "I Miss My Dog." So, but like as far as like the industry is concerned and how he should move forward or anything like that, like I honestly don't know. I don't think that this went, like the calls is one thing. I don't think it went one way or another as far as that is concerned. But just because now that we're in the know of how he's actually being treated right now with people and stuff, it's like, how can we move forward? You know what I'm saying? How can we let whatever happen and continue being friends? You know, like what can he do to make whatever situation, what can he do to make it okay?
To be quite honest, he can't do anything. It is everybody else that has to stop drinking the Kool-Aid and realize that whatever narrative that how the media is trying to portray him, they have to drink the Kool-Aid to know that it's bullshit. Just because, truth be told, Thug ain't did nothing that nobody in jail has never ever done before. And the whole situation with him sitting there when he was getting when they were trying to investigate a case, if you see the whole thing, because they're only giving you snippets of it, so it's trying to make it seem like Thug's a snitch. If you watch the whole thing, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. And I'm gonna be quite 100 with everybody. Like, I understand the flaw in it. I understand, like, hey, like, as somebody who has been affiliated at one point, it's some things that you can't say, but at the same time, I'm not a millionaire. So I probably would have had a different situation if I was a millionaire and I knew this shit didn't have nothing to do with me. Ain't no telling what I would have said, because I don't have no backlash. I'm not gonna have no backlash in the streets. because I'm
Yeah.
really not telling on nobody.
Right.
I'm literally not.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, why would I be affiliated with this when I'm affiliated with rich niggas?
Yeah. Right.
He mentioned rich. If you watch the whole thing, he never mentioned anybody except Roscoe, because he was trying to clear him.
Not Roscoe, Rich Homie Quan.
It was Rich. I thought it was Roscoe. I gotta watch it again then.
I believe it was. I mean, you could be right, but I thought it was Rich Homie Quan that he was trying to clear.
He was trying to because
Or
they was
maybe
talking
he was
about
trying to protect Rich Homie Quan.
Wayne shooting.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he was trying to clear him because he was already locked up. So he was trying to tell them, they're like, nah, he was good. He was cool. He was good with Wayne. Baby, the one got a problem with Wayne. Now, Roscoe wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing. And for me, I would say the only flaw in that is because he's a millionaire, so he forgot that you just don't say shit at all. But what he was trying to do is just clear his homeboy.
Right. And I get that.
Because like, you got to think, if they told you, hey man, ain't nothing pending, ain't nothing against you, we just want a little bit of information.
Mm-hmm.
I like, okay, bet you want it. I'm just gonna clear my nigga name. I'm gonna say my nigga ain't got shit to do with nothing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's a millionaire topic.
Right.
Me, as not a millionaire, I'm not about to tell y'all shit, nigga. Y'all got to do y'all job.
Yeah. Right.
Well, that's what y'all get paid for. I don't get paid to sit here and talk to y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all are actually taking a pay away from me. So I'm losing money sitting here talking to y'all. So let's wrap this up as quick as possible because I don't got shit to say.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I guess we can see how things transpire, in the days coming forward. And that's just what it is. But I see that April has joined. So shout out to April. Lily, before we move on to the next topic, let's try this with I'm going to send you an invite on TikTok.
Okay.
So let's see how that will work. And then let's see.
Are you talking about you gonna send me an invite on TikTok?
No, I was sending it to Lily. I just sent it to you. You're not, are you on right now, Bree? Are you on TikTok right now or no?
Cause my service where I'm at, it sounds pretty good. Like I can hear y'all, but it sounds like I'm very staticky. Am I?
You are definitely staticky.
Yeah. So maybe I should go on TikTok live and do it. Maybe you can send me the invite so I can talk on it.
Okay. So go on ahead and go on TikTok live.
All right. And so I'm gonna disconnect it real quick and then send me the invite on live. And if that don't sound better, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it's gotten worse. Hold on. Let me see where you at.
You said you sent me live? It ain't
okay.
Now what happened? I didn't even got.
You didn't get the invite because I sent it to you.
I might have to get off live.
Okay. Yeah, because I sent it.
All right. So my people on live, I'm gonna get off this live.
Excuse us, guys. We're just trying to get some things situated.
Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. This invites you to join as a guest. Wow. This invites you to join as a guest. Wow.
Okay.
All right. I'm on yours. You see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now mute your phone.
I'm about to move. I just muted mine.
Okay, there she go. Ooh,
That shit sounds horrible.
yeah. Did you mute your phone?
I muted my phone.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is mute mine. Hold on. Mute microphone.
Okay, well let me sit on here.
Remove background noise. No. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just getting it.
Okay. So mine is muted. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Well, we tried.
So maybe we can only do that when we
Okay, now stop. Oh, then it came back.
on top it goes.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to bring Brianna up now on here.
Yeah. See if Brianna's work.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if Brianna can come. I sent the invite. Let me try again. Invite. There you go. All right. Okay. Can you hear?
Yep.
Okay.
Am I live, baby?
Yep, you live, baby. You live.
All right, my first live on TikTok. I didn't know I could do it.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So let's go on to the next topic. So we got Tyler Perry and his accuser. So his accuser did an interview this past week. And hey, it was an interview. It does sound like, unfortunately, the guy has a case.
He do?
I think he got a case.
Oh yeah, he got a case for sure.
That topic, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not really familiar with. If we can do a quick synopsis, maybe a 10-second synopsis.
Okay, so the guy that is accusing him of sexual harassment and whatnot, he is suing him for $250 million, I think. He was an actor on The Oval. And he did an interview this past week, I want to say with ABC News. I could totally be wrong, but he did one with one of those major networks. And with that, he discussed in detail, not in grave detail, but he went into more detail about.
Tell Bree to go on mute until she gotta speak, because all I hear is a bunch of background.
Oh, okay. Bree, go on mute until you ready to talk, because we can hear all the background now.
I don't know how to mute this thing. Let me see.
There you go. So yeah, he he gave detail in how he was feeling and how he did tell him no. And then, before the interview, he's posted receipts, or the complaint had receipts. And it was this, text exchange and what have you. And then he recounted incidences where he was made to feel uncomfortable, where he said no. And then, Tyler eventually apologized and whatnot. And then how he was also sending, signals that he could, advance his career, and then he can also get him fired. One of the signals in this was when his character got shot 4 times in the Oval. Now, I used to watch the Oval. I used to watch. Sorry. Yeah, right. Like that. I mean, it's cold blooded. It's cold blooded.
Tyler Perry is a woman. Now, right. Why would he threaten him with his character?
He did, man. He threatened him. Now, when I watched the Oval, the guy was on the Oval. The guy's character, you could have took or left. To be honest, like his character was his character. Like, he didn't add or subtract to the story. So you could be like, why is he here? And on top of that, he wasn't a good actor as well. So now with all of this coming about, you're like, oh, now I see why he was there. You know what I'm saying? Because, he had an infatuation with him, apparently.
That man was thirsty.
Yeah, he was very thirsty. And then, Tyler, in the same breath, has useless characters in his stuff. And you can be an awesome actor, but look like trash in a Tyler Perry production. So that's your first go-to when you see a character like his, like you just chop it up to that, But now we have another picture and we have receipts. So it's like, okay, he may have a case.
I think he 100% got a case. I'm gonna just keep it a bean with everybody, because like, it is never okay. I repeat, it is never okay to keep pushing for advances sexually or relationship wise when someone immediately tells you that's not what they're looking for.
Yeah.
It's never okay. Like, and the evidence proves they're like, Tyler is a real thirsty billionaire. Like, I don't know. It's like all that money must be choking his throat, because ain't no way in the world I'm going to keep on trying to pursue somebody that just like, and then the way you're pursuing. Yeah. Like, we want to talk about, everybody want to talk about toxic masculinity is only in heterosexual males. That's toxic masculinity at its finest, because you're not taking no for an answer.
Yeah.
At least I have the decency to say no for an answer. Like, I'm going to try. And then when you be like, oh, you got a girlfriend, I'm going to stop. Like, okay, well, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to keep pursuing.
Yeah. And not only did he keep, but when the guy was telling him no, he would tell the guy, like, you need to be more strong in your nose. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Like, no, it's no. No, it's no. But yeah, like, he's definitely got an uphill battle with this one. I will be definitely curious to see how it does work out.
I don't think it's an uphill battle. I think it's just going to be one of those things where Tyler's just going to pay him out.
Well, we'll see if Tyler pays him out, because right now he's adamant about not doing so. Steph has joined. Hey, Steph. Hey, what's going on? But yeah, he's adamant about not paying him out. but it would be interesting to see if he does pay him out.
It would be very interesting to see, quite honestly. I'm in the mix because he kind of do got a case, and then he kind of don't.
So why do you think he don't?
Because if we going off them receipts that was shown, is the man like a lighter hue of black?
Who? The man that's accusing him? The man that's accusing him?
Yeah.
He's white.
Nah,
I thought he was light skinned.
No, this is a white male.
Oh, so it's a different one from the light skinned dude. Remember, not too long ago, it was
that
a light skinned dude that accused him of some stuff.
That light skinned dude did not accuse Tyler Perry himself. He accused an executive that works for Tyler Perry Productions.
Okay, so that's who I thought it was. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, he gonna have to. He might as well go ahead and do some type of plea verdict or something on that and plead in on the say to me.
I'm just, and that's my whole point. It's like, we all fear Karen. As far as white people, we need to start fearing Kevin too.
Oh yeah, Kevin's a motherfucker.
Kevin's a motherfucker. Kevin kicked in and was like, "Nigga, I
told your black ass.
Yeah, I need you to get your black ass the fuck away from me." And he has a valid point. I'm just gonna be just me being me. I have a valid point. For me, it's a valid point. If you literally take my drawers down and grab my ass, allegedly.
Yeah.
After I've already, because this is after I told you no, and you continue this, I'm gonna push that shit to the fullest.
Oh yeah.
So the whole thing in a nutshell is he fucked around and found out because allegedly the other ones that he was harassing was heterosexual males. So heterosexual males don't want to put their business on black.
It never fails, and it's always sexual.
Yeah.
But I won't necessarily call it getting tricked out of his money if he did it. If he did it, that's on him.
I mean, it ain't necessarily that he's getting tricked, but it's always like a sad ending. Like, well, and then this, like Bill Cosby, you know what I mean? Like, you got all this bread, you got stock in NBC, and now your name's tarnished. Like, y'all always getting some type of way rope-a-doped out y'all's bread from y'all's hormones, and that's sick. And it's been going on for eons. You would think somebody would be like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? But
Bree, you make a good point. You make a total valid point. And the whole thing in a nutshell is, in those situations, how they take the money away from black men is those black men watch their white counterparts, male or female, do the same thing, and they believe because of the money they're in the same type of caliber. And that's when they get slapped on the face, because that's when they tell them, "Oh no, you're not like me. You can't do the things that I do."
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing in a nutshell. And when I say that, I'm not downplaying white folks, because it is some very good, wholesome, great raised white people. So I'm not saying all white people are evil when I say that. What I'm saying is, if you were somebody who wanted to climb to the top, and the person you seen climb to the top, you seen them do some unmoral things. If you believe that you could do the same thing, that's how they catch you in that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Because you can't do what they do.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing in a nutshell. Tyler Perry got caught up in, I've watched this happen. I've seen this, and I can capitalize on this, and I can do it because, and I hate to sound like one of these people, but I have to do this. When you reach a certain level, sometimes lust takes a forefront, because you're lusting to be great. You're lusting to be famous. You're lusting to, to be top tier. People forget that lust always goes back to carnal energy, that whole energy of what we was created for in the first place. And to be quite honest, we are created to fuck and procreate. And when you become a billionaire, if you don't control that, you get caught up in those things. And that's what, you know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. It ain't even a billionaire. And you can get $1 million and be on the same. When you get a certain amount of money where you feel like you cool, then you start thinking that money is going to allow you to do certain things. And that is what I see. I see this man has made himself to a billionaire. And again, he has been doing this, but he has been doing it with heterosexual males, and heterosexual males don't want to put their cell phone blast because the whole back shimmy of you even allow this gay man to be in your presence, you gay. So they don't want to even, they never came out. They'll never say who did that to them because they don't want their career ended. Where now you're dealing with someone who is gay, so I'm used to taking dick.
Yeah.
So, but this is not the dick that I wanted, and you got me fucked up.
Right.
Fucked around and found out.
Yeah. Yeah, he did 100%. Miss Janie says, gotta go, sister. So yes, definitely appreciate you being here, and we'll definitely converse later.
Peace
but
out,
yeah,
Miss Janie.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, the receipts are receipting, it definitely looks like he got a case. I'm interested to see how it would turn out. But I mean, if he did it, he did it. I'm not gonna be like 100% on his side because right is right and wrong is wrong. If that man told you no, that man told you no. Move on to another man that will tell you yes.
But it seemed like the intrigue is the people that don't want it. It's like, I'm gonna turn you. I'm gonna let my money corrupt you. I think that's the control power trip with it.
Yeah.
Because I think he probably showed him signs like he ain't gonna be cool with none of this shit, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And then they look at it like it's a chase, and they love the chase. And then they're used to people not telling them no. So you're not gonna tell me no. I'm gonna make you tell me
we have to start calling him Sean Tyler Perry Combs.
But see, this is the thing. It's like the whole backstory behind this is
the Mediddler. Look, the Mediddler.
Not the
Mediddler. The Mediddler is fucking diabolical, Bree. The Mediddler. Wow, I like that. I like that.
Right. So he's watching y'all still, and she says, me, y'all, and I'm curious to see how far it goes. Right. And then she says, also my brother is home listening live. Yeah, her brother came home, so congratulations to you and your brother that he's come home. Absolutely. Shout out. He posted the other day that he came home, so definitely shout out to him.
Salute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out, fam.
But yeah, what were you gonna say, Lily?
I was about to say the whole thing in a nutshell. The thing in the bubble is Tyler cannot. It's one of those things where I've said this before. We cannot allow our monsters in our community to do the same thing that their white counterparts did. We can't allow them to just pay off things and it to be swept under the rug so they can continue to do those things.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you can't change, but now that you know that's a flaw, that's something you need to work on. 100%. Every last one of us, from the man that makes $1 to the man that makes $1 billion, we all have flaws. Your flaw got exposed. You need to work on that flaw. That's it. That's how. I'm not going to be on no campaign to destroy Tyler Perry. No. But what I will say is you got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Now you got to pay for it. It just is what it is. Now, do I think he's going to get $260 million?
Absolutely the
No.
fuck not. No.
But do I believe that he's gonna have money for the rest of his life? 100% he deserves that because you fucked up.
You know, the 250 was just the you go high and then we go low. That's the bargaining. That's where he might end up with about 30 mil, maybe 50.
I wouldn't even give him that much, to be honest.
I was about to say, quite honestly,
I would,
because I watched him acting.
Gonna get him that much.
No, you know
I
what
watched him acting. Like, he's not a good actor.
Yeah, he might get that.
You know what I think he should get? I think he should get the rights back to his show, because he did say that there was a show that he was writing that Tyler ended up getting the rights to because he wanted to produce it. Yep. So I would give him back the rights to his show, and I would send him with a good probably 20 million.
That's what I did. See, me and you on the same page. I'm gonna give you your rights back to your show. I'm gonna give you $20 million to try to produce it. What I would try to advise you on is just produce it. Don't act.
Facts. But I would send him on his way. I wouldn't produce it. I don't want no dealings with you. Once we sign this, we're gonna go our separate ways. We're not gonna talk about shit no more. You're definitely signing paper to say that we're not gonna discuss this ever again in life. But I will send you on your way. And you know what? You know what? Peace be with you. I don't like we're gonna be done here. We're gonna be done here. So, but I'm
gonna keep it a total being with you. If I was in that situation and Tyler Perry would have pulled my pants down and grabbed my ass, I'd have looked him dead in the face and was like, "Boy, you about to owe me some money, my nigga." Like just straight up, like we not about to argue, we ain't about to fight. You know how some niggas be like, "Oh no, I'm gonna punch Tyler Perry in the face." Nope. No. Nope. I'm gonna look him dead in the eye and be like, "You know you fucked up, right?" And I'm gonna just go ahead and call my lawyer right in his face. All right, listen, my nigga. So we might as well before this, because I'm gonna leak it anyway. I'm gonna tell people what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not gonna allow you to keep. I'm never gonna allow you to do me like that again.
You know what I mean? I'm definitely putting it through the wire. It's getting out there. It's gonna be on the church bulletin. So.
Yeah, he would have been like, "Yeah, don't say nothing." I would have said in my Kanye voice, "Through the wire." Like I'm spinning this through. You fucked up, fam. You fucked up.
That's off the rip.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to front. I'm definitely extorting him would definitely come to mind. I don't know if I 100% will call my lawyer as soon as it happened, because the first thing that probably come to my mind is extortion. Like, do you want this out? If not, then go on ahead and give me a 3-movie deal. Like, give me like a 2-show deal.
I'm getting that money. Like, most niggas will be they'll be like, "Man, fuck that, I would have beat Tyler Perry ass."
No,
listen,
I'm not.
I think way beyond that shit. Soon as he would have, if the whole scenario, if the scenarios was what he said, like, I'm looking at the scale and he's like, "Oh yeah, you gotta strip down to your drawers and get there, because it's gonna measure you how on everything and of what your body is." And the minute that man pulled my pants down, I looked him dead in the face and be like, "Oh, you know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up."
Right.
Oh, no, I was just trying to, no. You know you fucked up, right?
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and leave. But just know, Entertainment Tonight is going to broadcast this shit as soon as I walk out this motherfucker. You can't do nothing. At this point, you can't do nothing, because I'm not going to, unless you put your hands on me again, I'm not going to put my hands on you. We can discuss this tomorrow.
Yeah. No.
It ain't going to be no NDA, because everybody going to know you fucked up.
Yeah.
Because I want you to learn from this. Like he said, and you know what? I'm going to keep it 100. He said something that I really do think we should look at as a people in general. White people, black people, anybody, or brown, yellow, whatever, just us in a whole. We should look at this. If a billionaire becomes unchecked, we should check them.
Yeah.
We should be able to let them know if they can't stop themselves. We need to stop them.
Yeah,
because
at the end of the
what
day,
they're going to do is they're going to end up ruining somebody's life.
Right, and they're not above reproach.
No.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's that. So we would definitely see how this transpires.
Yeah.
But
I've said this plenty of times. Money don't take the bitch out of nigga, and money show don't take the pervert out of nigga.
True. This is true. So yeah, yep. So that's the Tyler Perry lawsuit update. So yeah, so let's move on to a tragic story. There was a lady in Chicago who unfortunately lost her life due to the hands of her child's father's other child's mother. That apparently this was an ongoing issue that she was having with her child's father and his other child's mother, to where they will pop up at places. They was giving her grief. I think there may have been like a protective order at one point. And it just was a problem. So this particular morning, she takes her son to school.
Before we start.
Yeah.
On TikTok, I got my man, I'm DJ. DJ said he's suing for $250 million. I need that. Bro, I'm 100. I feel you 100%. I feel you 100%. I will sue. Yeah. I would sue the Medea wigs off this motherfucker.
It's definitely worth an ass grab for sure.
The wig will be in a glass case in my house. That's a fact.
Nigga,
it'll be on a mannequin. I walk past there, meet how I made my money. Medea, it would happen.
Hello. I would put that on the glass. I would get that and sculpt it on the glass. Hello.
Get one of them Tesla robots and put the Medea wig on top. Right. Medea gonna lead the prayer. She gonna lead the prayer. But yeah.
And look, and then what's that thing that a projector up against the wall? All the movies will be playing behind it.
All the time. It'll be a whole museum in my house.
Right.
My son will be like, how you get this money, Daddy? And I'll be like, hello.
Right. Right.
And let that be a lesson to you, son. Don't let a nigga grab your ass without getting something from it.
Right. Yeah. But yeah. So unfortunately, this morning when she took her son to school, she dropped him off, and then while she was going outside to leave, she ran into her child's father and his other child's mother. An altercation ensued, and the girl went to her car, got her gun, or got her pow-pow, came back and pow-powed her. I saw an edited video of the aftermath, because the girl got her in the head and got her in the chest, I think.
The face.
Yeah, her head and somewhere else. But unfortunately she passed away. Yeah, last I saw was that the girl was taken into custody, but the guy wasn't. That could have changed by now. But yeah, a lot of people was sharing the unedited version of the video, and the family had to end up coming out.
I got an update on that.
Okay, one second. So the family had to come out and tell people, can y'all please stop sharing the video? And the internet don't really listen or whatnot, but it was a really sad video because her sister was the one in the video.
Go ahead and mute, Bree.
Bree, can you go on mute for a second? There she go. All right. So yeah, the sister had to come out and say, it was a really sad video. She was crying through the whole thing, but she was just really, pleading with the public, can you please stop sharing the video? I think we're so desensitized to these things now that when people share the video, they don't really think about the people that are actually affected by this person's death. Yeah. And I know you want to get the information out there, but seeing that raw footage can re-traumatize and re-traumatize and re-traumatize people that are directly affected by this death. So yeah, it's definitely unfortunate. Definitely prayers go out to that family, because they are definitely in mourning right now, and it's just so sad that it was over something ridiculous. Bree, you can come up off of mute and tell us your update. Bree? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
right, well, I'll go.
Yeah.
Before Bree goes, and I would just say,
what happened? I was listening. I didn't.
Yeah, we were saying you can come up off of mute and tell us your update.
The woman and the man went into custody, and they released them both.
They released them both. Wow. Wow. So yeah, are they calling it a self-defense?
They didn't really get into specifics, but the family was on the news like, we got to demand justice. We basically want the people that seen it to come forth and like tell what happened. They could have twisted it. It's leaning towards they both tried to be like it was self-defense, but they both out. I know they ain't in jail and they didn't bond out. They was released.
Bree, is there a spot that you can go to outside of that gym real fast and talk about this? Not to cut you off, but it's just like I can't hear.
I'm gonna have to hang up and then catch y'all on the flip side because I can't.
Okay.
I can't leave. I'm sorry.
You can like step outside the gym real fast.
Oh, she went back on mute.
Okay.
So, what were you saying?
No, I wanted to hear what she was saying, but I couldn't hear it with the
with the thing
background noise.
She was just basically saying that they both the father and the other mom both were arrested, but they were both released, and they weren't released on bond. She doesn't know exactly how the police are looking at it, because I asked were they looking at it as a self-defense thing. She doesn't know exactly if they're looking at it like that, but she said that the family did come forth and speak to the public and say that they're going to have to demand justice at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I feel it was very tragic. I also feel like it was almost planned or trustee. I'm gonna sound like a Young Thug, just messing up words, because if you ever seen that Young Thug interview, he wanted to say the right word, but he was not saying the right word. But I think it was it was a planned thing that happened, because it did where it went to a murder. For me, when I was looking at it with what you sent me, I was like, I don't know, they planned to do this. This was because even in a situation of a fight, if I had two baby mothers, and my two baby mamas decided to fight, the last thing that is going to happen is, if I'm calming baby mama down, if the other one leaves and comes back, letting her get in that close. I'm never gonna let her get that close.
Yeah. I think he was foul from jump, because why are you going to your son's school with your other baby mama to confront your baby mama? Like, you're egging this type of behavior on. It's one thing if they were to just so happen to be in the same room. It's another thing to bring one there and egg on the fight. Like that was some bullshit. And I low-key think that he still loved her. I low-key, and I think the other baby mama know it. Because why would you go this hard?
It ain't no low key that he loved her. It was a whole thing. So, and I hope that I'm not when I say this, and I'm not laughing because this is tragic, but I just have to say this out loud. As men, like, stop believing that you can have your cake and eat it too when it comes to having multiple baby mamas. Like, the whole thing in a nutshell is, if you moved on, you moved on. And that's what it's supposed to be. Don't be stringing both of them along, because things like this happens.
Yeah.
And now you caught up in some bullshit. Regardless if you get charged or not, your kid is gonna be like, man, stepmama shot my motherfucking mama.
Right.
That right there is going to be a harsh pill to swallow, and you are never going to be able to fully explain that to your kid unless you tell them the truth. And if you really tell them the truth, they're not going to love you as a father.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be 100, if you was like, yeah, I couldn't, man, your mama, I'm going to just keep it 100. She just got on my nerves, and wah. And so it was cool for my stepmama to shoot her in the motherfucking face.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people really understand, or excuse me, I ain't even gonna say people. I don't think this generation of men really understand what it takes to actually raise children. And I can only say that for me as a man, because one thing, I don't know what it is to raise children. I'm figuring that shit out day by day. But one thing that I really do focus on is not letting my emotions override what it is to take care of this young man that I'm raising.
Yeah.
So that's the downplay of it. Everybody gets so selfish when it comes to their feelings and how they feel about certain things. They forget that there's a whole being that is looking at all of y'all and trying to grow off of all of y'all. And you have just taken a real.
Well, I gotta go back in.
You just took the whole vessel of how they got here. That whole universe that they was created from. You just took that off the platform and you walked home scot-free, and you think it's cool because you was tired of her.
Right.
Are you out your rabbit ass mind? And sometimes I get on these rants because I just be like, I don't understand how people don't understand how much it affects anybody, man or woman, to not have a father or a mother in their life.
Yeah.
You get too emotional as a man and you set this shit up because you know this baby mama crazy and you know this baby mama got a mouth. And so you set this shit up so you don't have to deal with one or the other. That's buffoonery to me.
Yeah.
DJ on TikTok said, yeah, that's emotional. It's 100%.
I had a little window for me to be after where I'm at, but if y'all can't hear me, I apologize. Can y'all hear me, or if it's too loud?
No, I can hear you now, Bree.
So this is my take on it. He was bitter. He's been going on Facebook now. These are just updates from probably like a day or so ago. He's going on Facebook, uploading like basically how toxic they was with each other. But at the end of the day, one of them stopped it, and it looked like it was her because she had a restraining order against him and the woman.
Yeah.
So they planned that whole thing. They came up there. It ain't like they came up to the school and was like, "We got his book bag. We gonna meet you." None of that took place.
Mm-hmm.
He was already in the car with his mama on his way to school. Y'all literally, I think, waited because to keep it a bean, they said she was late. They was like, she was kind of late for school that day. So y'all was already there waiting. And when she pulled up, he hyped the other one up because I've been in I've seen where baby daddy can make their baby mamas be into it with each other, like feud that fire.
Yeah.
And I've definitely seen where they could try to make the other ones compete. Like, it's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the one that ended up losing her life was done with the situation and the toxicity. And that other one was just trying to show how down she was for him so he can stop thinking about her and start being with her. But it didn't work that way. And, he's bitter. I definitely agree with that. I think that they both was toxic, but I think that she was like, I'm done with the toxic stuff. I don't want you no more. Leave me alone. You got your other baby mama gone about your business. And he couldn't handle that. And a lot of men be acting like that's Chinese. What I'm saying, like when you leave a dude alone, women, men, period. Human beings don't handle rejection. But if you look up the number one killer of a woman, it's a man. Them are statistics like that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it just some bullshit. And for me, it is total bullshit. DJ jumped on my TikTok live. DJ, you got something to say about this?
Men gotta figure out how to navigate it with the baby mamas. We can't play both sides of that shit. And for her to get killed in front of her kid based on him not being a man and being in his emotions is kind of fucked up, though. You know what I'm saying? Because now, how you gonna explain that to your kid that you helped your baby mama die?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could have been a man and been like, you know what? I can't deal with neither one of y'all. I just want to take care of my kids. But these new niggas can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I've been a daddy for a long time, bro. Like, I know you can't go back and forth. You're gonna have to pick a side or stay out of it all the way.
Yeah.
But it's just a sad case, bro. That's some messed up shit. That he had to see his mama die on the hands of his daddy. He had never forgiven his daddy for that. He had never his mental would never be right after that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna always remind him that your daddy killed your mama, and if he go free for it, he gonna try to kill his daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the part that's unfortunate, because if he do go free for it, then he can have his kid. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to look at the person that caused your ultimate demise to your mom. But then in the same breath, he could go and stay with her family, and her family could be the kind that'll never let you forget that your daddy is the reason why your mama ain't here. So it's kind of like a messed up situation all the way around, you know? And I pray for that baby.
Facts. It's just one of those things, like I said before, I'll say it again. It's just one of those things where people get so caught up in being selfish and only thinking about how they feel. When you put babies in a scenario, that's a whole different aspect of it. Like, I give the utmost respect for men and women that actually know how to co-parent in a way where it is not detrimental to their children, but it's actually fundamental for their children. Because it's a lot of individuals, I know, and I can only speak for our generation. It's a lot of individuals that have strived and been great. And mama was over here, daddy was over here, but they were able to co-parent and make it work. These new generation of individuals now that I'm seeing with children, all they do is just controversy, trauma to their kids, and they don't really understand. And then they turn around and be like, why'd y'all kill my baby? My baby didn't do nothing. Y'all raised this baby to only deal off of trauma. And then you get mad when this baby ends up getting fucked up somewhere or ends up going to jail for 100 years.
Yeah.
Y'all did that to them because all y'all did was bring a bunch of bullshit in front of them.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I want to first say this. I've had a very traumatic situation in my family where my cousin was taken away from her kids by her kid's dad in front of the kids. So I know kind of a little bit firsthand of what that family's going through. But what everybody is not understanding is she didn't pull up on him. Just like my cousin didn't pull up on her baby daddy. Men be so bitter and hurt and act like women that they do so many. It's just a sad situation because I'm not gonna sit here and say women don't do things to men and etc. Excuse me. Don't do things to women and etc. But at the same time, you know, this situation, it kind of hit home for me because I know the first hand of it. Right. At the same time, if he does end up giving custody of that little boy, which I don't think he is, I don't see that girl's family letting him go over there, and I don't think he's gonna press the issue to do it. I think that eventually some charges can be dropped because I do have the video. I did look at it, analyze it, and all them people said, no, you put her in a headlock and the girl shot her in the face. Yeah. They didn't even get a chance to fight. He immediately put her in a headlock and the girl got out her car. She was in the car. Yeah. So it's just like the rejection. I was saying, like, men just can't handle it, and no one can, men or women alike. But it's just like when somebody tell you they don't want you or y'all done or whatever the case may be, it needs to be left alone.
All right, just let it go. It's not working.
Yes, I mean, you just gotta let
take that for that baby. And, you know, the woman who got yeasted up to do it, that's insane. Like, it ain't no way no man to be like, well, we gonna ride up here and you gonna beat her up. Excuse me, I'm about to drop you right off at home. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like,
and the girl, I understand the girl live in Milwaukee. She came down there to do that.
Exactly. That's why I don't understand how they got released.
Yeah, I don't understand either because, like, when you watch the video, it's a lot of people in the video telling the police she did it. No, this is not no self-defense. That she did it because the girl tried to be like, "Hey, I have the right to carry" or something like that. She was trying to say that in the video, and they was like, "No, you don't have the right to just shoot whoever." You know what I'm saying? Like, this was not no self-defense type thing. So yeah.
So I'm gonna just be quite honest and just tell you because I'm in the field that I work, how laws work. It should be charges brought up amongst the man and the girlfriend because in school settings, you are not supposed to carry a firearm around you. The only time that's negated is if it's an active shooter there.
Yeah.
Was not an active shooter there. Bitch, you are the active shooter at this moment.
Right.
So you should get charged with that alone because you did it in a school setting.
Yeah.
And the person who drove you there is the accomplice. So they get charged as well.
Yeah. And if that is true, that he had her in a headlock, she was not an immediate threat to you for you to even bring out a gun and shoot her.
Exactly. The man said it that was there. He said, no, arrest him too. Arrest him. He put her in a I'm sorry, y'all. He put her in a headlock and the girl got out the car and shot her. And the police was like, who did? And then that's when they start putting the other baby mama in handcuffs.
Yeah. Like, DJ just hit it and said, like, they seen her, followed her to the school, and no gun on school grounds. That is a law. I work in a school setting. It is no guns allowed in a school setting. The only thing that negates that if it's an active shooter there. So if you have a carry and conceal license, or in the state of Missouri, you can have your gun in your vehicle. The only way to use that gun is if it's the active shooter there.
Yeah. So just off of that alone, she should have been.
So you get charged.
Yeah.
Because I understand I understand the tragedy of what happened, but I don't understand why he was able to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know either. I don't know. But like I said, prayers to that little boy, you know what I'm saying? Because now he's the one that got to live a life sentence of this happening to his mama. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I wonder how that man really feels, because at first he was on Facebook talking about it's the worst day of his life that he caused. Right. And now he's showing all these videos of her being toxic and, you know,
now he's
trying to fight him and different shit like that. And it's just like, okay.
Because now he's trying to defend himself.
What's realty, nigga? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
And that could have very well have been, but in that moment, absolutely not. No. And even if that was the case, it did not warrant for her to lose her life. Is any of this greater than your son living his life without his mother?
Exactly.
Like, come on. This is crazy. Exactly. It's just so
That's sad. The whole thing in a nutshell is like, even because I haven't seen what he posted, but and even if he's posting that, that's him not even taking accountability of what he caused.
No, what I had saw, because I haven't seen what he's been posting as far as them being toxic or whatnot. But what I saw was that he was talking about the worst day of his life, and people were under them comments like, "But you caused the shit. Like, this is your fault. So what is you talking about? This is the worst day of your life. This could not have happened, but you caused this to happen."
Yeah, this is on you.
Yeah, this is on your fault
completely. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, my guy. Like, you did this, and I've been trying not to be vulgar this whole time, but like, I'm just gonna totally jump on Bree's side with this and be like, man, some of y'all men out here can't take rejection so much that y'all become abusive, and y'all become vindictive, and then y'all forget that y'all have children. Sorry what happened to your cousin, Bree. 100%. I'll double down on that. As I had a homegirl that I went to school with, man, and I'm talking about one of the dopest people I ever knew in life, man, was Code, and her baby daddy, because she didn't want him no more, he broke into the house that they were staying in and shot her in front of her children. And I think that's I'm more or less looking at that and then looking at this scenario, and I'm like, I don't understand these type of guys.
Right.
I don't understand these type of guys that hate rejection so much, where all of a sudden they think that they can just eliminate a motherfucker from the board and everything will be all good.
Yeah.
Nigga, you are causing trauma to your children.
Right. Right. And none of that is okay.
None of that.
Yeah. All right. Well, like we said before, prayers to that son and what have you. But we'll definitely be watching this case and giving updates as well. Janie is back. She says Janie's back. Thank you for coming back. So yeah, let's go on ahead and move on to the next.
Before we go, hey DJ, you got anything to say about this?
Nah, I got everything I was gonna say.
Bet.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go on ahead and move on to the next topic. So the next topic is Charlie Kirk. If that name doesn't sound familiar, you were like me on Monday, never heard of the guy.
I've grown quite fond of knowing this man.
Yeah.
Not him in general, but I've gotten quite fond about knowing him.
Yeah. Yeah. So Charlie Kirk is a political commentator. He's a conservative political commentator. He has a very big following. He has a very popular show on YouTube, and he also was instrumental in the 2024 elections with getting the young conservatives to come out and vote for Trump. He does college tours, and on this particular day at a college or university in Utah, he had his show, and in the midst of the show, he was killed. So Miss Janie said, no, he's not. He's a Christian man. Well, a lot of us are Christians, but like if you look on Google, he says he's a political commentator.
He's a Christian,
Yeah.
and he was like.
Yeah.
So let's not go back and forth. Let's just say he's a Christian man. He had different type of views, and he was assassinated, because that's the truth.
Yeah. He was he was murdered. Amen.
Oh no, that was an assassination.
Yeah.
100% assassination.
Yeah. She said, well, Brianna says she's leaving in about 15 minutes, so she can probably hop on after she leaves. Okay. So yeah. So people have been going back and forth, like, is it assassination or was it just murder? You can come up with whatever you want for that.
DJ said it was a planned hit, and that means it was
1,000%.
Planned hit said it's an assassination.
Yeah, 100% planned. 100% planned. But people do have that. Yeah, she said yes, it was. People are having that argument. I'm not gonna argue. That's like splitting hairs. I'm not gonna argue that. But this man is, he was a person that I mean, I don't so like, yeah, because he had some extremely controversial views. And one of them being that to Miss Janie says, just say it.
I was about to say the same thing, Miss Janie. Yeah. Like, don't hold back. Say what you need to say.
Right. So he had some extremely controversial views. And I watched videos of them coming out of his mouth, so it's not like secondhand information. He said that in order to protect our rights with the Second Amendment, he is okay with having people die. What else did he say? He said black women are not that intelligent.
So before we go on, I will say this. And that first thing that you said, my favorite thing to say, because I like to play devil's advocate. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. With the Second Amendment rights, I'm totally okay with. At the same time, I'm totally okay with gun violence happening, and because people die when you allow people to have guns. At the same time, you should not take my gun law away from me. I should be able to keep a gun to protect my family. So I know what I'm saying. It's the way he put it out there, 100% wrong. But the truth of the matter is, yes, you should be able to have a firearm in your home or in your car to protect your family at all costs.
Yeah. Yeah. So another thing that he said was he wants to bring back public executions.
Now that's
And yeah. Another thing that he said was that somebody gave him a scenario. It was in his Surrounded appearance. And Surrounded is that show that's on YouTube where it's about 20 people that have the opposing position of a person that's in the middle of a circle, and they are not argue, but they debate certain topics. He had one where he went against 20 people that thought the opposition. And so this person brought to him a scenario. What if it was your 10-year-old daughter? Because they were talking about abortion. And they was like, what if it was your 10-year-old daughter and she was raped or raped and she unfortunately became pregnant? Would you make her have that kid? He said in so many words, yes.
he would.
Yeah. So, yeah. And those are just like a couple of examples of some things that he has said. They're easily Googleable because, like I said, Monday I had no clue who this man was. But I did watch a few videos where he said it. He said it. So Miss Janie says, "Oh, I can't believe that he would say that. I totally believe in the Second Amendment." Miss Janie, he definitely said it. I watched him.
Yo, yeah,
on
he
a
said
panel
it.
say it.
He said it. It's
He
just the way
definitely
you
said
say it. You have to word it in the right way. But as far
Yeah.
as that, the abortion thing is concerned, I do have a problem with that. DJ, you still here? Do you have you been keeping up with this?
Hey, look, I always watch those these little podcasts or whatever, right? So
Yeah,
I'm down.
please do, Miss Janie.
I take that back. I'm more 2080 with him. I don't like him. Like you said, I don't like his delivery. But some of the stuff that he says, if you take your emotion out of it and pay attention, it kind of makes sense. So I was having a discussion about the black people getting the reparations for slavery, right? And I was like, I kind of understand where he came from. Like, they're giving us a lump sum of money is not going to fix the problem, right?
Right.
And he says we can put, what do you say? We can put programs in place to help get like better jobs or help kids read on the grade level. It was something like that, to the point it was different programs they could put in place to help us be better as a whole. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, I feel him on that, because like I said, we already see what money do to us niggas. We go out here, spend it, blow it, and give it back to us.
Uh-oh. I think he's frozen. He's frozen. Let's see what's going on.
Whatever internet. We here.
Yeah. Okay, you back.
So when you gotta think about it like this, when COVID hit, everybody was getting at least $1,000 a week, right? They got that for over a year. Plus, we got stimulus checks. Plus, they had PPP loans. Nobody saved none of that money. They gave it right back to the government. Nobody did nothing with it. They got new cars, and after the money stopped, they had to get their cars back. So I was like, it makes sense to set up a program where us as black people can be better as a civilization as a whole, instead of just giving us some money to go blow and give it right back to them. So that I understand with him, but all that other weirdo mess he was talking about, like no abortion, like I said, about the daughter. Now, if the daughter get raped, you're gonna make her every day remember this rape baby. That's some weird cult type shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Why would you put your daughter or anybody that you love the most in a position to remember they was raped every day? Because you're so gun-ho on the Bible saying you can't kill a kid, or what do you say? He said something like an embryo is a human, so they should have human rights. But like I said, it's a lot of cases where some people are not fit to have kids. like I said, everybody makes a mistake. Like I said, I tell my sons all the time, like, look, they get one mess up with me. One. I'm not gonna let you ruin another girl's life or her ruin your life because y'all wasn't thinking. Right? Is it right? Is it wrong? That's just how I feel about it. So at the end of the day, you can't force somebody to be something that they're not ready for. Like you said, if somebody got raped, why would you make them carry that baby? Yeah. Period, point blank. You see, that's weird to me. But like I said, but I understand not using abortion as birth control. You see what I'm saying? Because there's some girls that walk around here, they whole stuff fall out, the baby fall out. They didn't have so many abortions, you feel me? So
that you know what? That's true. That's 100% true. I know what I'm saying. I think it was really his delivery and the way that he was throwing different stereotypes about certain things. One, I always say, like when he was like he always downplays black women. And that was one of the things that I always had fought with him about because at one point he's 100% right when people have this narrative, because I'll just keep it totally 100 with everybody. When people have this narrative of black women are the most educated women in America, that's a false narrative. But the truth of the narrative is black women are the most educated in the black community. Hands down, that is what it is. It is more black women getting more degrees and more doctorates than any black male. But they'll take that. That's the thing about certain people. They'll take certain quotes and then they'll throw it out there. So I get what he was doing. At the same time, I negate what he was doing every time because I'm like, you can't say because of the scenario that black women are dumb or black women or culture of or they only made it where they were because of DEI. No, that's not what it is. Black women strive way harder than most black males, and that's just 100% true.
Yeah. Yeah. Miss Janie says, I think black women have to work harder and that's wrong. I agree. We do have
1,000% agree. 1,000% agree because that's the narrative.
Yeah.
Black women work as black people, we got to work 10 times harder anyway. Black women have to work 20 times harder. Mm-hmm. It just is what it is.
Yeah. She also says that white people do the same crap too.
They do. And that was the scenario that I was about to bring up. Yeah. I was about to bring up the whole thing. Like if you really, if you want to go off of his narrative, you really got to go to the stats about it. When you go to the stats about it, white women don't get education as far as what they trying to say is they're black women are smarter than they have more education than black males. Their white counterparts don't have more education than white males, but that's education on a college level. And that doesn't mean they don't have more education, period. Because life experience, what I've realized is life experience is way more valuable than what, you know what I'm saying, than what an institution can ever give you.
Yeah.
So it's a whole narrative, and I'm not gonna be one of those people that try to act like women are on the backslide of anything. But I'm like, when you put those stats up, you really got to put those stats up on what it really is. And truth be told, and not downplaying anybody, Miss Jen, please don't take it because I know you are a super educated, super experienced woman because me and you had real conversation. But in one instance, for as far as your black woman counterpart, she's had to do more. and extremely more, and especially if she had children, compared to what some white women, not you, but some women, white women had to do. But Mr. Kirk only put a narrative up that made it seem like they only was able to get where they needed to be because of DEI, and that's a false narrative.
That's completely false. Ms. Janie says, however, I believe that Charlie was more about what the Bible speaks. And then she also definitely agrees with you. I'm not, like I said, I've just started looking up his things this week. But so I'm not too familiar with what he was speaking of in regards to what the Bible says. But from what I mean, I did see that, you know, that he was a believer and that he was a Christian and whatnot. But yeah, I haven't seen any videos where he's quoting scriptures or anything like that. So I'm not too familiar with that. But excuse me. But yeah, but what
DJ said, hey, he didn't even go to college, and if you keep looking, you're gonna be mad. And that's 100% true.
Yeah.
Everything that DJ just said is 100% true.
Right. Like I knew he didn't finish college. And ironically he was doing college tours. But you know, his demise is a big fat load of irony. Because everything that he put out here in the atmosphere kind of happened in that moment. Now, if you were as unfortunate as I was to actually see the video, as a human, it sucks.
It's horrible.
It is bad. It is bad. It's bad. Yeah, he was gone before he hit the floor.
Yeah.
Like he yeah. It was bad. And
DJ just said that video is wild. And it's true. That video is crazy.
Yeah, and I saw the video. I saw about 3 different videos of the moment, and then I saw the aftermath. And of course, you see the beforehand. But yeah, it sucked. It sucked. Miss Janie says, yeah. I seen the video. No one deserves that. Yeah. Which goes against what he said because he was for public execution. Yeah, but on a human standpoint, yeah, it sucks. She said, I don't care what your beliefs are. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So, and I will play devil advocate on that too, as well. Cause you know me, I'm just that kind. Sorry to cut you off, but, even when he was talking about public execution, for him, public execution would be for someone who actually committed crimes. He did not commit a crime. He just had an opinion. And when I say this, I don't want the world to think that I'm siding with some overzealous white man. I'm not. I just want to put the scenario of morals in there.
Yeah. But I mean, morals are morals and ethics are ethics and legalities are legalities. Because I mean, there's some things that are legal that are totally immoral. So, but we're not going to go down that road. But you know, just human and human, it sucked. The video sucked. I would, if you can avoid it, I would suggest you do. But because of such rhetoric that he was putting out in the atmosphere, and I didn't know the man last week, like I'm not a person that's gonna be up here like, oh my God, this person should have lived till 123. Like, I don't feel no way about it outside of a human.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if people who have been familiar with this man and have felt some ways towards this man are, you know, doing something that you feel shouldn't be done in regards to this man's death, I'm not gonna, their feeling is their feeling. I'm not gonna take away their feeling.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because he said some hateful things, you know, and he said some hateful things about people that did not deserve to die publicly either. Case in point, George Floyd.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if people are feeling the same way that he felt in regards to George Floyd and countless others, I'm not gonna shame them for feeling that way. There's some people that are out here in the world trying to shame people for how they feel about this person's demise, and that's not what I'm gonna do. You feel how you feel. You know, if you choose to be overt with your feelings, then you have that right. But to criticize somebody because they feel that this person, um, because this person, you know, because of what happened to this person, rather, um, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. But you know, people do feel that. People are really out here doing that. You know, Miss Janie says, I wish they would have spoke about the school shooting that happened the same day in Colorado. Right.
So I'm so glad that Miss Janie said that, because so this is my whole conspiracy theory about everything.
Yeah. And she also says, I don't think we should shame anyone. Yeah.
We shouldn't shame anyone. But at the same time, this is negating what is actually happening in America. We have to understand that he got shot. And for me, I think it was one of those things where they knew that was going to be big news. And I'm not saying that they did it on the fly, but I'm saying they produced that more than letting you know that it was an actual another school shooting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was actually happening an hour before that happened.
That's the crazy part.
And they didn't push that. They didn't even push the scenario of it an hour before it happened.
Right.
And it was, and that's the devastating thing about it. And in a nutshell is, if you don't believe that we're being influenced by anything, then you have to really pay attention to actually what happened to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is a martyr for individuals who really want to downplay what America is. America is a situation where you want to have these rural individuals that keep their guns and don't seek therapy and go absolutely dog shit crazy and end up killing a bunch of other people.
Mm-hmm.
I am totally for the Second Amendment, but I do think provisions should be advised for that.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's the thing. It's not too many people that's not for the Second Amendment. It's just we do need to put things in place, because I don't feel like everybody should have a gun. You know what I'm saying? And the only provision they really putting in place is that felons should not have guns. But you know, you only become a felon after the fact. We need to be on some preventative measures.
right.
Yeah. So
Now, let's do this, because this is the whole thing in a nutshell. Let's talk about this.
mm-hmm.
Let's talk about how the shooter is from a conservative family. Shout out to DJ, because I'm looking at it now. DJ, you said some shit, and I'm about to say it right now. He said, but did you hear about the shooter? And then he said, boom, to speak on a lot of the topics he spoke on, he has never been in any situation that most black people been in. And he grew up in middle class, away from poor situations. 100% true. He didn't know about the black scenario. But let's talk about how he was assassinated by someone who was in a conservative family that felt that understood or thought they understood exactly what his rhetoric was bringing, and they had someone in their household that negated everything about that and hated everything about that and killed that man for it. This is the thing that I don't think nobody is really talking about. Everybody in the world who was born in a certain demographic doesn't necessarily agree with how the fuck people are downplaying every other person. And you see that in this situation. Listen, the thing that fucked me up was you got a Tyler that went in there and assassinated that man like a Marine.
Yeah, he did.
Because he didn't like him at all.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if anybody was paying attention to the shot, but I will say this. It takes somebody who is extremely focused or extremely skilled to shoot you in the neck from 200 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's extremely skilled, but I know he was focused. And he thought, and the person that grew up just like he grew up, he thought that the rhetoric that he was saying was extremely wrong. And he went to the extremes of, we need to end this shit right now. I don't think people are really talking about that, because Tyler grew up exactly how Kirk grew up. And Kirk said, this is a certain way. And Tyler said, the fuck no.
Right.
And you are not going to keep on spilling that type of rhetoric. So the thing about that is, that should, all these conservatives or these leftists, y'all really need to look at the children that y'all are bringing up in this. Because some way, somehow, in this timeline, y'all are doing something wrong where they're willing to knock y'all off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the big thing in a nutshell that I don't think people are paying attention to. DJ, do you have something to say about this?
Like I said, he got killed by the same person that he was supposed to be. So for me, it's just crazy because I'm like you just said, it takes extreme training or a lucky shot to hit him where he hit him at from 200 yards away. And like I said, the picture, I don't know how old he is, but he looked pretty young to me.
He's 22.
Seeing the shot, and when I seen him, I said, he was trained by somebody, either his father or somebody, or they was hunting or
his
something.
father was a sheriff.
No way he hit him in the perfect spot to kill him instantly like that. Because any regular Joe Smoke with a shot of, like, think about when they shot at Donald Trump. Dude missed. It was a regular Joe Smoke, he missed. So for him to actually have that much accuracy to kill him, he was trained for that, or somebody was training him. Like I said, it was just crazy to me to see the little dude that shot him. It just shocked me because, like I said, like you just said, even though he was brought up in that demographic, he didn't agree with none of that. But like I said, when you start watching his podcasts and like little shows, whatever, it's a lot of kids that look like him that don't agree with him, but he tears them apart because they don't have it.
Yeah. Speaking of that, when this all happened,
like he's more empowered than what he is.
Yeah.
So it was, like I said, it was just crazy to me. Like I said, the shooter, I'm still trying to figure out. Nobody seen the shooter walk around with this big ass gun. Nobody seen him climb up on the roof. Nobody in his family said, "Where you going?" Nobody
questioned it.
I don't know. I'm shocked at that still.
Yeah. Nobody questioned it. But you know, speaking to that point with the white people that grow up in that type of atmosphere and they go totally against it, it's a lot of people. I saw a lot of videos on TikTok where it's a lot of white people that are celebrating the demise of Charlie Kirk. They are definitely not here for his bullshit, and they are definitely okay with him no longer being here. So it was a lot of people at that rally or whatever it was, but it's a whole lot more people that feel like how Tyler feels. You know, they're just not here for that bullshit. And like I said, I'm not gonna come down on how you feel about this man, because how you feel is how you feel. I'm not gonna shame you for it. But yeah, it's a lot of people that was just like one less racist.
Yeah, and it's a new world order that we're
Mhm.
looking at. Now we're seeing everybody, and when I say everybody, I mean everybody divided.
Mhm.
You have a situation where you got, again, because I've seen this as well. You got a bunch of white people that are on the side of, yeah, this is a hate monger, and so they're not even giving a fuck about this man getting shot. And then I actually follow individuals on Instagram. I haven't unfollowed them yet because I just want to see actually what rhetoric they about to say. That are black, that are talking about this is a demonic shooting, where they actually agreed to everything that he was saying.
Mm.
Again, like I said, I understand a broken clock is wrong 2 times a day.
Right, 2 times.
Excuse me, or right 2 times a day. But you cannot agree to hate mongering, and that's what he was doing. He was bringing up hate. I've seen certain situations where he has lost his cool and totally went superior racist and called individuals racial slurs and thought that was a cool thing to do.
Yeah. Right.
I'm just one of those people that I like. Jasmine used to tell me all the time, why do you listen to these type of people? And I'm like, because you got to know who you got to fight against.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, some people were probably engulfed in his stuff that's out on the internet because they're hate watching,
Yeah.
And then like you said, because you need to know where your enemies are and what have you. Miss Janie says that and that's not right, no matter what your beliefs are. She's referencing like the white people celebrating this stuff. And she said we can't continue divided. And I will have to Google that. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you have to just to be quite honest, like it was a situation where he got mad at an Asian lady and he called her a derogatory word and like even stood up out of his seat and pointed at her for saying because she said everything that he was trying to preach was wrong as a Christian. And so he totally jumped up and I'm not going to say the derogatory word, but he gave her a derogatory word. Even the people that had to sit him down. So, and again, let's just be totally 100 and say we're not going to say because of his Christian beliefs that his own beliefs should be backed by that. Like his own beliefs were not Christian like.
Yeah.
But he hid behind the Bible.
Yeah. Right. They try to justify slavery with the Bible. So it's a lot with that. But
so, yeah, because I'm not gonna say he wasn't a Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, like DJ said, yeah, he seen that too. He said he damn near jumped off the stage. He did.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not gonna do that because I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, so we're super Christians. But I would not go just because I was Jehovah's Witness. I'm not gonna turn around and say because you celebrate Christmas, you are wrong and you should go to hell. And then I spew a rhetoric where I stand on it every time because I don't know how everybody grew up or how they believe in what Christianity is. We got to understand Christianity is a super split up religion. It is too many different diversions, and I'll say diversions of what Christianity is, not divisions, diversions of what Christianity is, and because everybody's going to have their own look on it.
Yeah. Yeah, Ms. Janie says, oh, now you know how I feel about slavery. However, not all slaves were black. Well, I mean, it's not about if all slaves were black. It's just I'm saying that as a fact that people did try to justify slavery with the Bible. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. And she says, I
I'll
agree with
piggyback
Leah.
off that, Miss
Yeah.
because I get it. Because we had that conversation before. I'm not saying it's all about black people. I'm saying they promoted slavery through the Bible.
Yeah.
Any culture. They promoted that. The Christian Bible promoted slavery because of the Bible. So we're supposed to be in servitude. Like let's just keep this totally 100. If you're a person like me that read either the Quran or the old version or old version of the Bible, or if you're somebody that actually wants to be spiritual, you really have to understand when you go into these texts, they did actually. I want to be professional, but then again, I have to be totally 100. They totally diluted what servitude is when it came to say slavery. They diluted it and they turned it into not being in servitude of God, but actually being in servitude of another man. And they said that was favored by God, and that's not what servitude is in a nutshell. But they made you think you were supposed to be a slave.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's any race, because every race in the world. So let's get this clear. And when I say race, I won't even say that. Every person in the world has been a part of slavery. Let's not get it twisted, because we all came from one part. So all that whole narrative of white people were slaves too. White is not a thing. White's not a thing. But I do understand what you're saying. Because white is not a race, but every race has been a part of slavery.
Yep. And then she said, however, Jesus sat with sinners, and she 100% agrees. So yeah, one thing that I've also been seeing is that, there's black people that's coming out, speaking against black people and about how they feel about this, and really trying to chastise other black people about their feelings in regards to this. I'm tired, boss. Like, I'm just tired. Like,
it's heavy. It's heavy.
Yeah, like it is. It's very heavy. It's very heavy. And if that's not your thing, it's not your thing. If it is your thing, it is your thing. But to chastise somebody else's feelings about a person that has spewed hatred towards them for no other reason than their skin color is crazy to me.
It is.
Like, that is crazy to me, because people really have this thing that they like every sin that you did towards them is supposed to be erased once you die. And now you're supposed to only say good things that now that they're dead. But if they was a tyrant in life, then they're gonna be a tyrant in
break
death.
it up, cuz what you say?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Now, I was saying that if they was a tyrant in life, they're still going to be a tyrant even in death. Like, that doesn't change anything. If this person was a horrible person, they're a horrible person. And I'm not going to be mad at somebody for still keeping that same energy because they're dead. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just not here for people chastising, as you can tell. But yeah.
DJ, do you got something to say about this?
Just it's a black people coming out that's basically going against their own race. I get where they're coming from because the delivery is just bad. They're just basically saying like, I beat the odds, and I've never let the word of slavery or being poor or being in a bad situation stop me from being great, right? But instead of saying it that way, they making it seem like they're better than the next person, or the other person's emotions don't mean nothing because, like, okay, it's one guy, I can't think of his name, I just seen him yesterday. He was talking about he went to college, he didn't pay for it, he went on a football scholarship, he came back, and he went to undergrad and got his master's or something. And one of the dudes he was talking to, he was like, "What about debt? That some of us black people inherit debt because of the situation that we're in. We don't know how to get out of the poverty line, right?" He was like, well, I went back to school. I had to pay $11,000 to get to clear my debt. Why you can't do it? Because you had a way out. You said you got a scholarship to go to school so you can learn something different. A lot of us don't even like school. A lot of us don't even want to get up in the morning to go to work. So to get a free ride to do something that you love to do, on top of getting a free education, you already beat the odds. So by making it seem like you beat the odds, the next person should be able to do it too. But you didn't have to crawl the same route they had to crawl. You didn't have to come out the same hole they had to come out of. So it's just mind blowing to me. Like you said, how many people are coming out speaking against their own. Like I said, everybody has been a slave. Slavery was bad across the board. But to make it seem like that us as white people should feel mad about it is wrong. I get where they're saying like it didn't happen to you, get over it. It didn't happen to me. It didn't happen to my mama. It didn't even happen to my grandma. It happened to my great grandma. But it happened to her. It trickled down to us because it taught my grandma to be fearful and move a certain type of way, which she taught her kids to be fearful to move a certain type of way. That trickled down to us to move a certain type of way because my mama's 60. My mama, she's 61 years old. She don't know a lot. She don't know about stocks. She don't know about bonds. It's a lot of stuff that she's learning now from me that she couldn't learn back then because of the mentality back from being a slave.
Right.
So it's just a whole bunch of mess. It's just a whole bunch of mess.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you said that because that's the whole thing that people don't understand is the whole slavery mindset and the whole slavery tactic that they try to force upon you, and then they put into and then they try to make it in the Bible like you supposed to do it of a servitude. I ain't even gonna say that. I'll just talk just on a biological level. It carries generation through generation.
Mm-hmm.
And so what Charlie was saying, in my opinion, is because only thing he knows or only thing he tried to educate himself on was that black people were underneath a certain level, not knowing that probably some of his people were slaves. They supposed to act in a certain servitude when it comes to individuals, and he was trying to use the Bible as a crutch for black people being underneath everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Not only black people, but it's people in general. He truly believed in the white race, and my conspiracy theory, I'm not saying it's true. It's just my thought. My opinions do not reflect the issue we talk. My opinion just affects Lily. But someone like Charlie was trying to make people put white supremacy at top tier. If you're supposed to reach a certain level, you're only doing it because you're white. If you do it because you're a certain person of a certain race, it's because of DEI.
Yeah.
Because of DEI, or someone gave you a pass. And if they give you a pass, They only giving you a pass because they want you to be a showboat, or they want you to be their pet.
Yeah, they have ulterior motives.
And from his rhetoric, from what I know, he's one where he black people being rich, being famous, doing whatever, but he doesn't want them at his dinner table.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing in a nutshell.
Yeah. So Miss Jane says, she said, I could be his mama, LOL. And she says, I wish that everyone would stop about the color or religion people are. I'm a lover, not a hater. She also says, that's only if you have salvation, sister. And then she said, I love your smile, sister. I miss you so much. I miss you too, Miss Jamie. And then she also disagrees with the last thing you said, my friend.
I mean, we can agree to this. We can agree to disagree, and it's only because it's not saying that white people has never had any obstacles in front of them. I'm only talking about the white people that put obstacles. Because every white person is different.
Yeah.
Every black person is different.
Yeah.
So it's never one of those things. When I'm saying for the majority, sometimes they put too many obstacles in front of everybody else in order to gain what they have gained. And if we don't realize that as a people, then that's when we're losing.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole thing in a nutshell. And even thinking about this, like, so let's put this in a real perspective. We're talking about this, but we're not even realizing that this is a father. His children are going to be in mourning.
Yep.
Because whatever he raised his children to be, they're always going to have this feeling, this feeling of someone took my daddy away from me because of what my daddy thought.
Yeah.
So they're never going to have an understanding of, some things that your daddy said was not 100% correct.
No, because I saw before we went live that his wife is dedicated to continuing the message. So they're definitely going to be around people that think that this is okay, you know. Yeah. And you know, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. And they might grow up like a Tyler and in that family and be like, what y'all are saying is 1,000% incorrect, you know. We don't know.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Like being 100, Tyler's daddy turned him in. So Tyler's daddy fully engulfed what Kirk was talking about. He fully engulfed it to the point where he told on his son.
Yeah.
That tells you the diaspora of who he was talking to. But, and I'm going to keep it totally 100 with this, and I look everybody dead in the face when I say this. We talk about his children, and we talk about, you know, the people that were following him, that really was trying to like be a part of that movement. We're really missing a key point of this. We're so worried about his children. We're so worried about the people that's following. You know who really got a hurt in this? Like, got stung on this right here. Hold on. Hey, can you move him away from the door, please? Excuse me. Because I'll get my son. He wants to be in here.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, the thing that gets me so much is we not even paying attention to this. We're so worried about his kids. We're so worried about his followers. You know who we're not worried about? Do y'all know?
Who? Who we not worried about?
The Gooners.
The what?
The Gooners.
What's that?
The Gooners, the people that are addicted to porn. They're so they're so negated because think about this. When they look up throat shot, they're gonna see this. It ain't gonna be no more of. We're not even thinking about that. We're not thinking about the perverts out here.
Justice for the perverts.
Justice for the perverts. Right now, the Gooners that look up throat shot.
Oh,
they're not even getting that anymore. They're getting Charlie Clark. Excuse me, Charlie in the motherfucking neck. They really want to see a throat shot. They gonna see one, but not what they want.
All right, it's killing the vibe. Miss Janie says, "Wow."
We're not even thinking about them. We're not even thinking about that at all.
Lord, poor Gooner. What is it called? Gooners? Poor Gooners.
Poor Gooners.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Gooners.
Oh, geez.
I mean,
so Miss Janie says, being a daddy never stops. And she said she just bought some of their apparel. And then she also said, amen. We have that right. And I think highly of you. And then she said, only Lily.
You love me. You love me. You love me.
Of course, you know. So yeah, it's taken on, throat shots have taken on a whole new meaning this week. Absolutely. But yeah, you know, look at Current.
Yeah. He just wouldn't, he would not be content.
Right.
He said, nah, you can let me in this room.
Okay.
There's 3 women out there, and it was like, no, he is not. He don't. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Amen.
Right. He's like, wrap this shit up, B. So, yeah.
I'm a good daddy because my son.
You went out. What'd you say?
I said, that's how you know I'm a good daddy. My son wants to be around.
Right. So yeah. So you know, that is the Charlie Kirk situation. Miss Janie says he needs to come see Aunt Janie. Yes, that would be fun to go down to Joplin to visit.
Hey, listen, if you're gonna make biscuit and gravy, I'm gonna be there.
Right. So yeah, of course we're gonna talk about this more. Unfortunately, Brianna's connection wouldn't let her be great. So because she had a thing or two that she wanted to get off her chest. So we'll definitely revisit this. But yeah, that is the Charlie Kirk situation. Ms. Janie says, for you, I will. So yeah, I don't have any final thoughts. So Jerry's final thoughts, take it away.
Jerry's final thoughts. I will say this. Out of everything that we have went through and everything that we have talked about today, we really got to understand that just us talking right now, we are a minute part of how the world keeps working. You know what keeps the world working? These individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Let's focus on making sure that our kids know what they're supposed to do and moving forward. So not only will we be taken care of, but the world can get taken care of. Because the only way we're going to make sure that the world keeps being sustained is if we make sure that they're okay. And as always, take care of yourself and others. DJ, do you got anything to say? Yeah, Jerry's final thoughts.
Get the words out my mouth. Like I said, we got to make sure the kids know the right from wrong and how to navigate through emotion. Took the words out my mouth.
Yeah, I agree. Because there's a lot of things that we talked about that kids are affected by directly this go round. So, yeah. So, I know we were supposed to be talking about celebrity encounters. We can save that for next time as well. So, yeah. This was episode 174 of the Ish We Talking. We will see you guys for episode 175. Bye.
Exactly.